Hello, and welcome to the Intel Brief, your daily intelligence briefing on global geopolitics. Today is Wednesday, 13 November. I'm your host Daniel, the founder of HM Intelligence, and every weekday we bring you not just the news, but the so what from the events and decisions that shape our world. So grab a coffee and get ready to be informed. In today's update, we'll be covering Germany's VW and Rivian have launched a joint venture on electric cars. The Pentagon has sentenced the leaker Jack Teixeira to 15 years in jail. And the US has banned flights to Haiti after an airliner was shot. So firstly, Volkswagen has launched a $5.8 billion joint venture with US-based electric vehicle company Rivian to accelerate their shared goal of producing next-generation electric and software-defined vehicles. Set to roll out in 2027, the collaboration will initially introduce Volkswagen's models, with the brands such as Audi, Scout, and Porsche to follow. The venture will operate out of Palo Alto, California, with plans for additional locations in Europe and North America. The focus is on leveraging Rivian's advanced software and EV technologies to address significant market challenges, including VW's software delays and Rivian's financial struggles amid a cooling US market for EVs. The partnership, bringing critical financial support to Rivian, which, despite gaining traction in the large SUV and pickup market, reported a $392 million loss in last quarter. Meanwhile, VW delivered 2.2 million vehicles, but faces its own struggles with declining profits and a need to restructure operations and intense competition from more affordable Chinese EVs. VW's software division, Carad, has experienced setbacks that delayed launches for Audi, Porsche, and other EVs, emphasizing VW's strategic need for Rivian's tech capabilities. This joint venture could be a path forward for both companies in the evolving EV landscape. So what? EV vehicles appear to be the tech battle of 2024, with several countries and companies placing significant emphasis on the sector. However, there are still some significant challenges when it comes to battling with China in this area. In particular, the cost of manufacturing and battery development. It is unlikely that companies outside of China can do these two things to the same level for the same price. While it is possible that this may change in a few years with the advancement of technology in the West, it is still a way off. And next, a federal judge has sentenced Jack Teixeira, a 22-year-old member of the Massachusetts Air National Guard, to 15 years in prison for leaking classified Pentagon documents. He had been accused of accessing sensitive files, initially transcribing them, and later sharing photos of the documents marked secret and top secret. Attempting to cover his tracks, he disposed of his electronic devices in a local dumpster. In court, he expressed remorse and acknowledged the consequences and responsibility for his actions. He had pleaded guilty earlier in the year to 6 counts under the Espionage Act, marking one of the most significant leaks in recent history. In 2023, the leak raised alarms about Washington's ability to safeguard national security secrets, particularly as some of the leaked documents contained information on aid to Ukraine. This breach led to diplomatic fallout with the Biden administration, rushing to address the potential consequences. Acting US Attorney Josh Levy, speaking after the sentencing, emphasized that Teixeira's case illustrates the serious consequences for those who endanger national security through the leaking of classified information, underscoring the government's stance on protecting this sensitive data. So what? The control of classified material has always been a challenge within the intelligence sector. Breaches, such as this, often damage an agency's reputation, ability to collect information, and can also cost the lives of some of the people involved. As such, it is good to see him facing significant consequences for his actions, so other offenders may be discouraged. Though there is always the conversation around intelligence needing to be more transparent, this is not the way it should be achieved, and it needs to be done in a controlled manner through the appropriate avenues. And lastly, the United States has temporarily banned civilian flights to Haiti after a Spirit Airlines jet coming from Florida was shot at approach to Port-au-Prince. The flight was forced to reroute to the Dominican Republic, resulting in minor injuries to a flight attendant. The shooting led to a temporary closure of the Port-au-Prince airport and Haiti's main international gateway, further isolating the country. Haiti's Transitional Council condemned the attack as a threat to its national sovereignty and promised to pursue those responsible, viewing it as an attempt to destabilize the country and damage its international relations. The incident occurred amid heightened gang violence and political turmoil as the newly appointed Prime Minister took office. Gunfire and unrest followed his swearing in, with gangs controlling around 80% of the city, including many where residents fear further violence. Haiti has experienced growing instability since 2021 from the assassination of the current president, with frequent clashes between gangs and ongoing struggles for political power as the country lacks a stable government structure. So what? It is surprising that civilian airlines were still flying to Haiti, noting the levels of violence over recent months. This is despite the deployment of UN troops to the country as part of international efforts to improve security. It appears highly likely that it will take considerable effort to bring peace to the region, likely requiring the support of the US or another large Western nation for their overarching power. Thank you for listening to the Intel Brief, your daily intelligence briefing in global geopolitics, brought to you by HM Intelligence. If you want to support the podcast, tell your friends to help them stay informed, and leave us a 5-star review. Or if you want to learn more about intelligence, why not take one of our courses? They're all online, self-paced and affordable. Thank you for listening. I've been your host Daniel, and I'll see you next time.